Could this be Richard Linklater's next masterpiece? Critics are already buzzing about Blue Moon, his new biopic starring Ethan Hawke and Margaret Qualley, and the initial reviews are overwhelmingly positive. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just hype, or is Blue Moon truly something special? Let's dive in and see what the buzz is about. Blue Moon, Richard Linklater's latest cinematic endeavor, has made a splash even before its official theatrical release, this Friday, October 17th. The film, a biographical portrait of the legendary lyricist Lorenz Hart, boasts a stellar cast, including Ethan Hawke and Margaret Qualley in leading roles. The early reception? Nothing short of stellar, with a current score of 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. This impressive rating is based on 57 reviews at the time of writing. It's important to remember that this number could shift as more reviews are published, and the audience score will begin to solidify after the film hits theaters. Richard Linklater, the visionary behind such acclaimed films as Before Sunset and Boyhood, a 5-time Oscar nominee, teams up with writer Robert Kaplow to bring Hart's story to life. The narrative centers on songwriter Lorenz Hart, played by Ethan Hawke, as he reflects on his life during the opening night of Oklahoma, the groundbreaking musical created by his former collaborator, Richard Rodgers, portrayed by Andrew Scott. The majority of the film unfolds within the intimate setting of a bar, providing a confined space for the characters to reflect and interact. The cast is a powerhouse of talent. Alongside 4-time Oscar nominee Ethan Hawke, Training Day Boyhood, and 3-time Emmy nominee Andrew Scott, Black Mirror Ripley, the film features 2-time Emmy nominee Margaret Qualley, Fosse Verdon Maid, 2-time Emmy winner Bobby Cannavale, Will Grace Boardwalk Empire, Simon Delaney, and Patrick Kennedy. Each actor brings a unique layer to the story, adding depth and nuance to Linklater's vision. For example, Cannavale's presence usually guarantees a certain level of intensity and comedic timing, while Delaney often provides a grounding, relatable element. Blue Moon had its world premiere at the 2025 Berlin International Film Festival in February, where Andrew Scott's performance was recognized with the Silver Bear for Best Supporting Performance. This early accolade further fueled the anticipation surrounding the film's general release, which is slated for October 17th in the United States. And this is the part most people miss. The Berlin Film Festival is known for championing independent and artistically ambitious films, so Scott's win is a strong indicator of the film's quality and its potential appeal to discerning audiences. So, what are critics actually saying? With a 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes, the consensus is overwhelmingly positive. Rachel Labonte, in her Screen Rant review of Blue Moon, acknowledges a slightly uneven beginning, but ultimately praises the film's remarkable achievement. After a shaky start, Richard Linklater's biopic pulls off something remarkable. Blue Moon, centered on lyricist Lorenz Hart, gets off to a grueling start, but later comes together for something heartfelt. Beyond Screen Rant, many critics are celebrating Blue Moon as one of Linklater's most personal and emotionally resonant works. Ethan Hawke's portrayal of Lorenz Hart is being hailed as a career highlight, with critics describing it as funny, vulnerable, and deeply human. The film's single-location setting and dialogue-driven nature are seen as assets, creating a lyrical meditation on art, friendship, and melancholy. Linklater's confident direction and Robert Kaplow's clever script further contribute to the film's overall success. The limited setting allows for an intense focus on character development and the nuances of human interaction, reminiscent of stage plays adapted for the screen. However, not all reviews are glowing. A few critics have found Blue Moon excessively verbose or theatrical, suggesting that it occasionally feels confined and self-indulgent. But even these dissenting voices concede that Hawke's performance is captivating, and that the film's empathy for its flawed protagonist is evident. It's worth considering that these criticisms could stem from the film's deliberate choice to embrace a more theatrical style, which might not appeal to all viewers. Ultimately, The critical consensus is that Linklater has crafted a poignant and poetic character study that shines like its namesake. Rare, wistful, and beautifully blue. But here's the question. Does focusing so heavily on dialogue and a single location truly serve the story, or does it feel too restrictive? Film details. Release date October 17th, 2025. Runtime 90 minutes. Director Richard Linklater. Writers Robert Kaplow. Producers John Sloss, Mike Blizzard. Cast Ethan Hawke, Lorenz Hart. Margaret Qualley, Elizabeth Weiland. Now it's your turn. Do you think Blue Moon will live up to the hype? Are you a fan of Richard Linklater's previous work? Sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss whether this film truly captures the essence of Lorenz Hart's life and legacy.